Hey everybody, this should look familiar to you. Kathy thought it might be a good idea to just run through this. So could you take us through what you want them to do?
Okay, so what we have here is a pre-course assignment, and this pre-course assignment is primarily self-assessments. These self-assessments will go into what we call a score pattern analysis, and that score pattern analysis is used for developing self-care goals, whether they be maintenance goals or growth goals.
Could you take us through and give them hints on how best to complete
Okay,
this
so
assignment?
here's the score pattern analysis. So what you'll need to do is go through this workbook and complete each self-assessment. And as you can see on the front page, these self-assessments are divided into trait resilience, trauma history, state resilience personal, and state resilience professional. These are the areas that we want to assess so that we can make sure that we're building good resilience and that we can bounce back in the face of difficult circumstances. So here's the ego resiliency scale, for example.
So what you're saying is this score pattern analysis is what you really want to develop for each person. They need to develop it for themselves, so they have to complete these in order to get that.
Sure. For example, the ego resiliency scale. Here's the measure. Here's the score interpretation. When you take this measure, you go back to the score pattern analysis and indicate the range into which your score falls. So ego resiliency scale is right here under trait resilience. So you just circle. What we want to look at overall, as we talk about on this page here, is how do the scores fall out? The green column means that whatever area is being measured, that everything's working pretty well, and these are the areas that we want to maintain. And then the areas in red, these are areas where there needs improvement, and those will be what we focus on as we talk about self-care planning.
So just go through each one of the tests, take it, and then fill this in.
Correct.
Great, thanks so much.